So we're upping the ante for this week's challenge. Same, obviously, your daily tally is exactly the same, but I gotta come up with some new bonus things. So now I am going to increase, now for the Chow Chow, you will still get $50 if you give me your $50 check for the Chow Chow, whether it's sold or whether you have people buying them from you. But now I will give you 75 points if you bring in your donation item, whether it's the bottle of booze, whether it is the basket, whether it is, I don't know, whatever. So something that is going to be used for the Chow Chow. Anyway, this was about Dax, to begin with. As a first-time home buyer, I cannot say enough of how amazing Dax Mellon is. The first thing I was looking for in an agent is someone I know I can trust to help me find the right home that suits my needs. Dax did just that. His demeanor was very professional but laid back, which is something I enjoyed. I found in our interactions that he really loves his job and cared about finding me the perfect home. Dax sent me many different options of houses and condos that matched my budget, as well as the description of what I was looking for. He was always around to answer the numerous questions I had, being this was my first home and was unsure of the process. Dax also looks out for his clients, for he steered me away from a couple of houses that he knew would not make a good fit. Overall, I cannot say enough of how Dax Mellon, as my agent, led me to being a happy new homeowner today. If you are looking for the perfect agent to represent you, look no further. Dax Mellon is it. That's pretty awesome.
I heard it.
Thank you, Julia.
That was pretty awesome.
That's how we get raises.
There you go. Great. All right. So speaking of Dax and Julia, and we had talked about our having more office happy hours. So we have spontaneously decided to have one more next Tuesday. And Julia and Dax have offered it to be at their home. So we are going to be poolside,
If it's
weather permitting, of course. That if it's pouring, we're not going. Yeah. So what are we doing? Probably about 5 to 7, something like that. 5 to 6:30.
What? I don't know what she was telling you.
Well, we don't. So the key to your contacts in Go Hanna really should be as specific as possible. That you should be able to go through them, and as you collect them, they can be in different categories, but be specific, because that will help you design or send an e-card that's a message that's pertinent. So so there are, an e-contact may have 4 different labels. They could be, they originally could have come from Hanna Mail. They could be a past buyer. They could be somebody you may want to say that's a empty nester or condo or whatever. But the more specific you can group your contacts, the better it is. So I want you guys to come and meet with me if you need tweaking or saying, okay, let's get some suggestions, because it's the same thing. And unfortunately, Engage and eContacts, yes, the names merge, but in Engage you can't send the e-cards from that. So in the scheme of things, you still kind of need the database in 2 places, which is why it's good that they're both there, because the names in Engage are being crossed over to eContacts, and the eContacts can get into Engage. But unfortunately, until it works out that we can send Engage or it's all in one, but it's important. We need to stay in touch with people. We need to let people know we're still in business.